guys, so today I'm going to be doing a how I edit my Instagram pictures video and also how to kind of stick with an Instagram theme. Now I decided to make an Instagram theme back in March time about Easter just because I thought that it was quite cool to have an Instagram theme. I really liked the people's Instagrams that had more of a theme to them, all the pictures kind of looked really pretty because for my Instagram at the time I was literally just posting selfie here and then a picture with my friends here and it just didn't fit very well. I just thought I have a YouTube channel, I'm quite on social media, and I just thought it'd be really nice to create a theme. So I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing that for the past couple of months. So first thing I'm going to show you is how I will edit a picture, whether this is a flat lay, picture of flowers, or like a selfie or anything like that. I'm just going to show you how I edit that, what apps I use, and kind of what I do to put the picture on my Instagram and go with my theme. I'm going to use a selfie for this one. I'm going to take a selfie that I've just deleted just randomly, and I'm going to show you how I edit it. So I use two apps to edit my pictures. I use Photoshop Express and I use Facetune. So Photoshop Express is obviously the app of Photoshop. I've never used Photoshop in my life. I don't know how to use it, so Photoshop Express is a lot easier, trust me. And then Facetune is an app more for selfies. I wouldn't really use it for other pictures. Sometimes I do to whiten pictures, but I'll show you what I mean about that in a second. So if it's a selfie that I'm editing, which I'm going to edit for you now, I take the photo firstly onto Facetune. So I click on Facetune and I will open a photo on here. I'm going to take this one here, which is a selfie I took the other day, which didn't quite make it to Instagram because I didn't quite like it. Now, as you can see on this picture, there is kind of shadows. My makeup doesn't look fantastic because of the lighting that I was sat in. So the first thing that I do on Facetune is take the smooth tool, and I will literally just take it with my finger and quickly go over my skin really lightly. I don't make it so it looks unrealistic, but I will just kind of smudge out some of the kind of blemishes and stuff, and sometimes I will smudge over my neck as well. Sometimes I will take it over my hair because I just feel like it makes it look a little bit less harsh, especially if there's flyaways and stuff, so I just take it over my hair. Now, it's really quick and easy. You can literally make a photo look completely different within 5 seconds, which is not what we're aiming for on Instagram. We're just aiming to make a photo look a little bit better, but you don't want to make it look completely different. On here, on this little blue circle down the bottom, you can click on it and it will show you the photo before and what you've done now. So if I click on it, it shows me before and after, before and after. So that you can see the difference there. So I've basically just taken a bit of the shadow out, taken the shine out, stuff like that. Just made it look a little bit more perfected. So I take the little tick here onto the top and I will tick it. Then there's the little whiten function, which is the second one from the left. I will take that, and if I am smiling, I will whiten my teeth very slightly just to make them, it depends, some photos my teeth will look very whitened, some photos they don't, in comparison with the lighting, where I'm stood, like what it looks with my t-shirt, how it looks with my lipstick, all kind of different things like that. And obviously if I've just brushed my teeth as well, which I do normally before I take an Instagram photo, then they do look a lot whiter anyway. Anyway, I also take the whiten tool to do the background. So I will whiten up the background by literally just taking my finger on the whiten tool and just going around the background. The only issue with this, you can't really see what you're doing until you click the little tool here. So then you can see which areas you've done and which ones you haven't. Because even though to my eye while I'm doing this, it doesn't look that different, when you click on the before and after little symbol, it is very, very different. So I just whiten the background, and I've got a white t-shirt on here as well. I'm just going to whiten this slightly. Obviously careful not to get my hair, because we don't want white hair. So as you can see here, if I click the little symbol, you can see how much of a difference the whiteness has made. It just makes it look a lot brighter, especially as my theme is very white and pink and very bright. It's not so much cream. So I've kind of got rid of the creaminess and brought out the white of the picture. So I take the little tick there, and that is mainly all I do on Facetune. You can reshape an entire photo on Facetune if you wanted to. You can click the little reshape function, and I can literally reshape my entire face. I can make it like this if I want to, or anything like that. It's ridiculous. You can just do so much to it. But if you wanted, obviously people don't do it to make your face look stupid, people do it to make things look slimmer. So you could, I don't know, make your face, I don't know why you'd want to make your face look slimmer. Why do you want to change the shape of your face? Anyway, but you get what I mean. People can use that function if they want to. So that is all I use on that app, is the smooth and the whiten function. Facetune does cost, I can't remember how much, but I'll leave the link to the apps down below. So I then just save to camera roll with this photo, and I will then take it to Photoshop Express. So I take it to this app here. This was a selfie I was editing before, so I'm not going to save that one. They were attractive pictures, weren't they, Jess? So I'm going to take the picture here and I'm going to take the third function in. So on Photoshop Express, the first one here, you've got filters. I don't tend to use filters because I think they're going to look a little bit too harsh. Obviously you can bring the filter down, but I just prefer not to use the filters. So on the second little thing in that looks like a little, I don't know, picture, I guess, you can make this like photo square, you can straighten it, stuff like that. And I do use that one as well. You can rotate the photo, all that kind of fun stuff. On the third one, this is the one that I actually use, and all the functions on here I do use occasionally. The one I use the most is exposure and tint. So I will slightly overexpose the photo. Not to the point where it looks ridiculous, because I don't think that's like great, like I wouldn't do it to, like here. But I do expose the photo to a point where it looks very bright, it will go with my theme, stuff like that. If it's a photo that is obviously darker, I'll overexpose it more. If it's lighter, I'll overexpose it less. So then after that, I will go over to the tint function, which is just on the right hand side, and it gives like a purpley tint to photos basically. So if you move it across, it basically gives the photo a really pretty like pinky purpley tint, and this kind of really goes with my theme on Instagram. So this is what I do to all of my photos to kind of make them look similar. Obviously I don't touch to this extent and give myself pink hair, but I always kind of like put a little bit on. So you wouldn't be able to notice to the naked eye, like if you looked at my Instagram you wouldn't be like, oh, she's got a pink filter on that, but you can just kind of tell it's got a slight tint. And then also on this app you can do other things. If I was doing like a flat lay or something, I use this app a lot more because I will use the clarity here. You can blur it. Obviously you don't want to blur an entire selfie. Whereas when it is actually a flat lay or something like that, I like to blur it slightly so you can't see all the little intricate like smudges or anything on the photo. Or you can make it really clear, which I don't think looks great. Then the sharpen tool I also really like for flat lays. Like obviously for a selfie I normally just keep it at the like where it is, but like for flat lays I kind of make it a little bit more sharp so you can kind of see the edges of products, stuff like that. If I'm doing like a floral shot or something like that, I will kind of up the sharpness as well so you can see like the pretty flowers. The reduce noise and defog functions I never use because they are for like the paid function, if that makes sense, like you have to pay to get those functions. Then there's contrast, highlights and shadows, which I occasionally will use if I need to really edit a picture. And then there's the temperature, which obviously you can warm a photo up, which is not my forte, or you can kind of like cool it down, especially if a photo is too warm, which some of mine can be. Sometimes in some lights my hair can look really ginger, as it does now a little bit. It looks quite ginger now in comparison to the photo that I've got here. And so I will kind of like make it less warm, if you get what I mean, and lower the temperature of the photo rather than keeping it really orange, because if we go up here, you can see how orange my hair looks. There are all the functions there, and then my Instagram picture is done. This is slightly too like cool, so I'm just going to warm it up slightly so my hair looks a little bit more normal. So that will be my Instagram picture done, and I will just upload that to Instagram and that will go along with my theme. Now I'm just going to quickly talk about how to actually keep an Instagram theme, and I do think this is quite difficult in a way, but at the same time it's very satisfying and I really enjoy it. I take the majority of my pictures on my phone, just on my iPhone camera, because I find it a lot easier to then edit on my like iPhone apps. Whereas I'm not necessarily a blogger, so I don't really edit pictures on my laptop anyway. I just kind of edit videos, so I wouldn't necessarily have the functions to go and edit pictures off of my DSLR and put them on my Instagram and stuff like that. I just end up editing them on my phone anyway, so there's no point in me taking them on a big camera. I have taken photos on there before, and I have like then put them on my Instagram just if there's a specific photo I want. I took a photo the other day of some flowers in the garden, and my big camera just took the photo a lot better than my phone did, and so I used that one for that. I think it's really important when you're having a theme, if you really want to have a theme, just to think about the colours that you're going to incorporate into it. For me, I kind of stick to like pinks, kind of whitey grey type colours, sometimes blues and stuff like that, and it really goes with my theme. I did try and change it recently to go more like black and white, and it just did not work. Not black and white as in like black and white filters on everything, but just make it a bit more monochrome, and it did not really work. So I'm sticking with my bright photos, like pinky theme. For me, I will take flat lays on a surface where I know that, I don't know, the colours will go with my theme. Something like I have a Primark blanket at the end of my bed, which is like a really fluffy, whitey grey, kind of silvery blanket. And so I will take pictures on there. If I have like a white box, I will take pictures on there. Or even white paper, like A4 paper, you can take flat lays on an A4 piece of paper if they're like a small photo. Obviously, if it's a really large, like high up photo that you want, you can't take it on A4 paper because it's like tiny. I do want to get like a foam pad, like a foam box type thing, but you can get from like all craft shops, like which is just a big white foam board type thing where I can take like really good Instagram pictures on there. I haven't currently got one of them, but you can get one of those because that's what I want to get. But for me, I take them on blankets, on cushions, stuff like that, pictures that I want there, you know what I mean, not selfies and stuff. Selfies I will try and get against a background that goes with my theme. So I will try and get against a white background for me, or in my bathroom I have like creamy coloured tiles. I've had photos against there before. I just kind of try and get similar colours rather than if you take a selfie against a really dark background and my theme is kind of like bright photos, the selfie then doesn't fit. So I hope that helped you guys. For me, with like keeping a theme up, it's just kind of like looking at the photos you're going to take, and then sometimes what I do is I'll get my phone, and you know when you kind of like double click, so I will get my Instagram up on one kind of like tab. So I'll get my theme up. My theme is not good at the moment at all. So I will get my theme up like this, and I will double tap on the photo to see whether it will go. And I just like hold it together to see whether the photos will go. And normally I'll be like, yeah, that's fine. That definitely goes with my theme. Or if there's a photo I just really like for example, this one, which me and my friends went out and we had a really nice night. So I kind of like kept the photo and I put it on my Instagram. It wasn't square. It didn't go with my theme, but I loved it. So I put it on there. Like, you don't have to be really strict. So that is the end of my video. I hope I have helped you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed watching, and you've got some tips about how to edit your own Instagram pictures. So if you're not subscribed to this channel already, then please do. I love my little YouTube channel and I love my little family I've got on here with all of you guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up if you have enjoyed it or you've learned something, and I will speak to you next time. Bye!